I would like to call the Thursday, July 23rd, 2026 full board to order. First item is Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good job, James.
Okay, next item is Invocation by Commissioner Perna.
Please bow our heads. Dear God, we meet today to serve our constituents in our county. Please give us the strength to guide our decisions even though we may differ opinions. Give us unity of spirit and camaraderie in this room and work together on our shared mission. Amen.
Amen.
Okay, next is adoption of agenda.
Adopts the agenda.
Support Zinner.
Motion made by Romano, supported by Zinner. Any additions to the agenda? Seeing none, please vote.
Motion passes 12-0.
The next item is approval of minutes dated June 11th, 2026, and closed session minutes. Need a motion to approve? Moved by Haas, supported by Goyke. In discussion, seeing none, please vote.
Commissioner Perna, the system didn't capture your vote.
Aye.
Motion passes 12-0.
Okay, next is public participation. This is the first opportunity for public participation for those who would like to speak for a maximum of 3 minutes on an item which is on today's agenda. There'll also be a second opportunity for public participation for those who would like to speak on any issue. Would anyone from the public like to speak?
Yes, thank you. Good afternoon, Commissioners. My name is Sean Hangeveld. I am the Chief Trial Attorney for Macomb County in the Prosecutor's Office. I've only spoken to the board once before to introduce myself to all of you. I am now here for the second time to also speak on a very important issue. Our office is seeking a grant in the amount of potentially as much as $1.5 million for domestic violence, sexual assault, stalking, and human trafficking. Our hope and our intent is to be able to lessen and minimize the damage done to our county as a whole based on all of our statistics that we have about the ever-increasing epidemic of domestic violence and sexual assault. I provided a copy of a packet there for all of you to take a look at. The very first page is this one, and this is the best demonstration of what we're working with here in Macomb County. The red indicates on the right side, the red indicates on the right side the number of cases in Macomb County between July 24th and present day. And this tells us that there have been 856 criminal sexual assault cases. That includes sexual assaults against children and sexual assault cases against adults. This is countywide, and you can all look and see where your jurisdictions are and how this has affected your jurisdiction and your community members. On the left-hand side is the graph that shows us that there have been 10,995 domestic violence cases throughout the county. Again, you can take a look at your jurisdiction and see how much this has affected your community in that regard. Statistics tell us that there is an epidemic as to both sexual assault and domestic violence, and this is something that needs to be addressed and addressed yesterday. The number of strangulations in domestic violence cases have increased exponentially. In the packet that you have there, there's a section that I've labeled statistics, and it talks specifically about those talking points. In 2026, there is going to be a projected 6% increase in overall services that Turning Point has and will provide to sexual assault victims as well as domestic violence victims. In just going back a little bit, in 2024, there was a 4% increase in child and adult sexual assault exams. In 2025, there was a 5% increase in child and adult sexual assault exams. And these are numbers that are countywide, that include all
You
of
have
the
30
jurisdictions.
seconds.
The grant that we are requesting will address all of these issues exponentially. We will continue to work with Turning Point and the care house with forensic interviews. The funds would go towards potentially hiring another forensic nurse examiner with Turning Point and another forensic interviewer for interviews of child victims. In the prosecutor's office, our hope is to be able to fund another prosecutor that will be specifically designated and tasked with handling both domestic violence cases as well as sexual assault cases countywide. There's currently a DV court that addresses just domestic violence cases in Warren. And our hope is to be able to staff that DV court so that we can take some of the load off of the city attorney's office that is currently handling those cases and are overwhelmed and underwater with those
Your
kinds of
time
cases.
is up.
Thank you.
Thank you. Would anyone else from the public like to speak?
Good afternoon. My name is Titus Myers. I reside in St. Clair Shores. I am here to speak in regards to the consideration for the Veterans Affairs Commission. My apologies for not being here 2 days ago. I had a unscheduled emergency. Obviously, that's the nature of emergencies, right? Allow me to, I'm a 25-year veteran of the United States Army. Both soldier and civilian are medically retired in 2018. I hold advanced degrees in public administration, marriage and family therapy, and strategic intelligence. I spent my internship working with the veteran community, specifically with a homeless shelter in East Point that caters to the needs of veterans and housing them, feeding them, and so on. I obtained my license to practice as a therapist in March of this year, and I have been pursuing further engagement with the veteran community since then. I see this opportunity as a means by which I can contribute greater to the needs of my community, the veteran community. The Army was good to me. It was good to my family. Unfortunately, there are many veterans who cannot say the same thing, and many of them who have gone through their careers and stepped away who suffer from various mental disorders, drugs and substance abuse, alcohol abuse. Divorce is rampant in our community. Suicide is rampant in our community. And this is an opportunity for me to give back something that was given very positive to me. And I would appreciate the opportunity if you gave it to me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Honorable Commissioners and staff, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Tom Matthews. I'm a current member of the Older Adults Advisory Committee of Macomb County. In addition, I am a commissioner on the Romeo, Washington, and Bruce Parks and Recreation Commission, and I'm the chairman of the recently created Citizens Social Connection Committee. It's very interesting for me to hear the words of my previous two public colleagues because my words are directly in line with that. I think you'll see the logic in a moment. Now, for our CSCC committee, I called a meeting on my team on 18 June, and I invited Commissioners Perna and Skinner. And I must tell you both, I love you very much. Your presence was very much appreciated. And my committee appreciated it, and it is a recorded film, so anyone can go on our website and see it. And I said something else in the meeting. We have great commissioners. Thank you all. Now, on January the 1st, I invited Commissioner Goyke to come to our Parks and Recreation Commission meeting. He did so. He was early. His presence was greatly appreciated. We had a great dialogue between him and us and him. And Commissioner, I hope you're reelected. You deserve to be. Okay, next. I have a request of the Health and Human Services Committee. I think that would be you, Commissioner Lucido. I would like to make a detailed presentation on subject matter that has direct correlation to the previous two speakers here in public participation. I can send you the documents ahead of time. The subject matter is social isolation and loneliness. I'll be glad to send those documents to you. What I ask is permission to provide this or present this 15-minute presentation at your next meeting, which I believe is August the 11th. Lastly, I have handouts that I asked Adriana to print for all of you. There's 4 pages. I think you'll find them very informative. 2 of the pages come from the report, the 37-page report I created and submitted to the OAAC last October. I think you'll find them interesting. Do I have time or am I done?
You have 30 seconds.
Again, I want to thank Commissioners Zinner and Perna for their fantastic support. And thank you all for the job you do for our community.
Thank you. Anyone else from the public like to speak? Agenda items only?
Good afternoon, Board. Michael Salyers, Vice Chair of Veteran Services. And since I'm so shy and modest, it's going to be hard for me to get all this out, but I'll try and stay with under 3 minutes. Again, we're going to recommend that Joel continues on with the Veteran Service Commission because he's a very good asset for our commission. I don't know how you're going to pick from all the other people because there's so many good candidates, but I'd like to tell you that any one of them is welcome to participate in our meetings before we go into closed session. And we've already had, like you heard earlier, a couple days ago, the guy actually came in and actually wanted to see what we do. So we got to talk to him and explain it. And we'd love to do that for anyone that wants to do it. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else from the public like to speak? Going once, twice. We'll close public participation. Next is appointments. This is a Veteran Affairs Commission Board appointment, 1 vacancy for 4-year term to run August 1st, 2026 through July 31st, 2030. Adriana will be calling the roll call vote. And once one candidate has received the majority, we'll have a motion to appoint. So, Adriana?
We'll go alphabetically. I'll start with Commissioner Goyke. If everyone could just give me the last name, it would be really helpful. Commissioner Goyke?
Real quick, everybody was awesome. This was very hard to do, but because of the recommendations, Rutherford.
Thank you. Commissioner Grote?
Rutherford.
Commissioner Haw?
Rutherford.
Commissioner Howard?
Rutherford.
Commissioner Kraft?
Rutherford.
Commissioner Lucido?
Rutherford.
Commissioner Perna? Commissioner Romano?
Rutherford.
Commissioner Wallace?
Rutherford.
Commissioner Bueno?
Rutherford.
Commissioner Zinner?
Rutherford.
Chair Sabatini?
Rutherford.
James agrees.
Rutherford has a majority of 12.
Congratulations, Joel. Is Joel here?
He's not.
Okay. Congratulations to him. We'll have a motion here to approve here in 1 second, but I just want to say thank you to all of the applicants that applied for this. We had 33, I believe was the final number. The largest amount of applicants that we've, I think, ever had for this commission. So glad that people applied, and now they can, if they didn't get the application, the appointment, obviously, they can participate, as was just stated. So thank you to all of them. Thank you for their service, and thank you during the actual application and the interview that we had the other day for them showing up and telling us more about what they want to do for that commission. So that being said, I'll take a motion to approve Joel Rutherford.
Support.
Moved by Haas, supported by Howard. Any discussion? Anyone like to say anything else? Seeing none, please vote. Long list there.
Motion passes 12-0.
Thank you, Becky. Okay, next is our Older Adult Advisory Committee. This is a board chair appointment. This is for 1 vacancy, remainder of a 2-year term, beginning July 23rd, 2026 through December 31st, 2027. At-large appointment for Debra Ross. I need a motion to concur.
Zinner motion.
Support.
Made by Zinner, supported by Howard. Seeing no discussion, please vote.
Motion passes 12-0.
Okay, great. Congratulations, Debra. I don't know if you're here, but I know I've spoken to her. She's extremely excited to be part of this committee. I know Mr. Matthews has already left, but she will be Commissioner Zinner and Commissioner Perna at your next meeting. So, next is proclamations. We've got 3 proclamations. The first proclamation is celebrating the Richmond High School Trap Team's state championship win. Second is a proclamation honoring the Armada High School softball team as the 2026 Michigan High School Athletic Association Division II state champions, both offered by Commissioner Goyke. And proclamation recognizing July as Pastor Appreciation Month in Macomb County. I will take a motion to adopt 8A through 8C.
So moved.
Moved by Howard, supported by Wallace. Please vote, and then I believe Commissioner Goyke is going to do the first presentation.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Seems how you said the Richmond, we'll do Richmond first. If you guys want to come up, so I can give you your proclamation, bring the whole team or whoever's here.
Becky, did the vote go through?
Commissioner Perna? Motion passes 12-0.
Thank you, Commissioner Perna.
All right. So this is, gives me great pride to give this proclamation to these young men that from Richmond, our local and District 1. Anybody knows Richmond is up at Follow Gratiot up, and you'll run into Muttonville and then into the town of Richmond. It's to win this honor. Just before they even placed 11th in the Nationals after winning the state title. So that's something that's not on the proclamation. And I think it was 256 teams is what you told me?
Out of 240, yeah.
240, I'm sorry, 240 teams in the nation. And it's very, very proud of you guys, and keep it up. And it's better than playing on video games all the time, right?
Yes,
Okay,
it
good.
is.
So, whereas the Board of Commissioners congratulates the Richmond High School Trap Team on winning the 2026 USA High School Clay Target League State Championship, and whereas on June 21st, 2026, the Richmond High School Trap Team headed to Mason, Michigan, and brought home the state title. Richmond High School's trap team dominated the final rounds and outperformed other top squads with consistent high scores that allowed the top team totals. And whereas 8th grader Nolan Palamo shot his best score of the season, helping to propel the team to the top of the leaderboard and secure the 2026 USA High School Clay Target League State Championship. And whereas the top shooters contributing to the team's success included Fran Collins with a score of 96, Wyatt Bowers a score of 97, Nolan Palamo with a score of 98, Matthias Shoddy with a score of 97, and Nicholas Palamo with a 96. And whereas the team, guided by its dedicated coaching staff, worked together throughout the season and during practices to achieve the championship victory. Now, therefore, it be proclaimed by the Board of Commissioners as follows, that by these presents, the Macomb County Board of Commissioners proudly recognize and congratulate the Richmond High School Trap Team for winning the 2026 USA High School Clay Target League State Championship, and extends heartfelt appreciation to the athletes, coaches, and families who made this remarkable achievement possible. Be it further proclaimed that the suitable copy of this proclamation will be presented to the Richmond High School Trap Team in testimony of the high esteem and to which they are held by the Board of Commissioners. Congratulations. Want to get a picture? Line up. Tighten up a little bit.
We've got families, okay, we've got families here
some of
too
the
with
family members
cameras. You want to bring them up in, or?
Where do you want us to go?
Right here.
Commissioner, do any of these young men like to say anything? I know they all are probably jumping to say something at the mic, but.
Thank you so much.
Would somebody like to say something?
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Commissioners, we really
Thank
appreciate
you
it.
very much. It's a great honor. It took us 8 years to win it the second time, so it was really cool. So thank you for this.
Great. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Go pheasant hunting with me. Romano wants you to go rabbit hunting with him.
Good.
I like rabbit.
Come home loaded because they're crack shots.
Squirrel's good.
I like squirrel.
I'll leave that to you guys.
All right, if the Armada High softball team would want to come up here, please.
Oh, my.
Okay. This is, well, my grandkids go to this school too, so.
Microphone, Commissioner, microphone.
Can't.
Microphone, microphone. Can't hear you.
All right, this is another great honor because my grandkids go to the school here in the school district, and we follow this very close. We actually was able to watch online. It was very exciting for the community to watch these girls play, and go on and achieve what they did. So they had some adversity, but they still prevailed. And so with this proclamation, who would like to hold it? Who's the captain or the senior? Okay, well, I'll read this for you, what it says. This is the honor, the proclamation honoring the Armada High School softball team as the 2026 Michigan High School Athletic Association Division II state champions. Whereas the Board of Commissioners congratulates the Armada High School softball team on winning their first Michigan School Athletic Association girls state title. And whereas this victory marks the first softball state championship in Armada High School's history and the first Michigan High School Athletic Association girls state title ever earned by the school. And whereas the Armada High School Tigers softball team completed historic 2026 season, culminating in a commanding 9-1 victory over Farmington Hills Mercy on June 13th, 2026 at the Michigan State University's Sakia Stadium. And whereas the Tigers overcame early season setbacks, including the temporary loss of standout freshman pitcher Megan Cox due to an injury, yet persevered through determination, teamwork, and resilience. And whereas upon Cox's return, the team found renewed momentum, strengthened its defensive play, and developed the chemistry that ultimately propelled them to postseason success. And whereas the Armada Tigers closed their season on a 9-game winning streak, finishing with an impressive 37-8 record, 459 total runs, and a single season school record of 48 home runs. And whereas during the postseason, freshman pitcher Megan Cox delivered extraordinary performance, pitching every inning of every playoff game and allowing only 15 runs across 8 tournament victories. And whereas the 2026 Tigers demonstrated exceptional skill across the roster with powerful offensive contributions, strong leadership, and unwavering commitment from players Justine Lent, Helena Fatou, Grace Gervin, Kylie Boyd, Charlotte Stang, Addie Van Hook, Becky Boyer, Remy Welsh, Courtney Kraus, Addie Rose, Linnea, is that proper? Pananki, Megan Cox, Taylor Capozzo, Avon Karowski, and Elisa Houston. And whereas head coach Rob Gervin and his coaching staff, Tim Panaki and Ashley Shreve, provided outstanding leadership and preparation, guiding the team to achieve one of the greatest accomplishments Armada Athletics history. And whereas the success of Armada Tigers softball team has brought tremendous pride and inspiration to the Armada community, serving as a shining example of perseverance, sportsmanship, and excellence. Now therefore it be proclaimed by the Board of Commissioners as follows, that by these present, the Macomb County Board of Commissioners proudly recognize and congratulate the 2026 Armada High School softball team for winning the Michigan Division II State Championship, and extends heartfelt appreciation to the athletes, coaches, families, and supporters who made this remarkable achievement possible. Be it further proclaimed that a suitable copy of this proclamation will be presented to the Armada High School softball team in testimony of high esteem in which they are held by the Board of Commissioners. Before the picture, would somebody like to talk? Come on, Robbie, you can talk.
I just want to say thank you for honoring both Richmond and Armada. Taking time out of your meeting is really great for the kids to experience this. Super proud of them and proud for the community. It's a good day to be a Tiger.
Yeah.
Picture time.
You can brag about your coaches? No? Some of you's got scholarships. So, went to Rochester? Hey, I know a little bit. Okay. All right, let's step up and we'll take a picture. Any family members would like? Ladies? Carly, you want to come up for a picture too?
You can take a picture from out here if you want.
Well, these are grandkids of people I know, and the coach was a very young man. I watched him play Little League too, so. Thank you very much, ladies. Congratulations.
Okay, our next proclamation will be presented at a later date. So we will move on to our next portion of the agenda, which is presentations. We have two presentations today. First is the BOC Casual Day Recipient Recognition to Betty Harris Larrick's Cancer Awareness Center. And then the second is a presentation by the DIA. So I'll take a motion to receive and file both 9A and 9B. Moved by Howard, supported by Wallace. And is is it Geneva here?
Yes.
You could come up and tell us a little bit about.
Thank you so much. I'm short.
Just
This part, okay.
There you go.
The Betty Harris Larynx Cancer Awareness Center was started in honor of my mother, who passed away from larynx cancer several years ago, almost 16 years ago. During COVID, we had to pivot and figure out what we were going to do, because our mission was to help people with larynx cancer, but we could not touch them, could not examine them, our dental hygienists could not serve them. So we made a pivot instead of closing, and now we are a DBA, the Betty Harris Foundation, where we help young families in the metropolitan Detroit area. Our major goal right now is we started the Macomb Diaper Bank, where we pass out diapers, wipes, feminine products, and we offer different services. We give car seats to young families to make sure that their children will be able to come out of the hospital with car seats. And our biggest claim to fame right now is we started the East Point Community Baby Shower, where on last Saturday we serviced over 200 families with baby shower gifts so they could be able to take care of their families. And so the donation that you're giving me today will go to that mission, to help us to continue to be able to serve the people of not only Macomb County, but also Oakland and Wayne County, because we get service all over. People come to our organization, where we are stationed now at Love Life Family Christian Center, and they look for us to help them, and we are proud to do so. And we just I want to say thank you so much, because it takes a lot to do this type of thing, and without the support of people like yourself, the commission, the city, and our citizens, we wouldn't be able to do it. So thank you so much, and we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So we have a check to present to you. So Dr. Early, if you'd like to step up here, and I think Commissioner Howard, did you want to say something before we do that?
I was just going to say, we have a lot of charities that we give money to that most of them I'm not familiar with. And I would say with Dr. Early and the work that she's done, I've had the privilege of seeing firsthand how her impact has been in Macomb County. And so I just wanted to recognize that. She's done an amazing job over the course of many, many years. And so just want to be excited that we're giving a check to somebody that I actually know that has done amazing work.
You have to take that to the bank, Dr. Early. That has to go to the bank. You can't.
If it bounces, call Phil.
That's right. Perfect. We'll get you a smaller one next time.
Come on.
Okay, I think we are good. Thank you. Okay.
Let me call that back.
Next, we have the DIA here, Salvatore and Julie, to tell us a little bit about what's going on at the DIA. So, Julie, welcome. Salvatore, welcome.
Yes.
Before we're passing out your packages.
Great, thank you. Good afternoon, and thank you for allowing us time on your agenda for this annual update. Joining us today, of course, is our director, Salvador Solar Pons. I'm going to do a brief overview of our millage agreement services. Salvador is going to finish up with some upcoming exhibitions. And then also joining us today is our Director of Public Affairs, Community Engagement, and Belonging, Carla Tinsley-Smith, the Chair of the Macomb County Art Institute Authority, Phil Gilchrist, and then we have two DIA board members with us today, Nancy Mitchell, and you may be familiar with Don Brown.
Who? Oh.
Yes.
So you should all have a folder with some information. What I included for you in there today is our 2025 year-end report. We are getting just past half year, so we'll be meeting with the Art Institute Authority in September to go over where we are at the half year. So you do have that full report. Also in your packets, a little bit of promotional material. So I'm happy to answer any questions or email some of that to you if you'd like it in a different format. So just beginning our presentation today, and I'll be as brief as we can be, just outlining, Macomb County residents enjoy special benefits in the services due to the generous millage support that we receive from county residents. Special benefits and programs are organized into these four categories: general admission, our K through 12 school program, senior group program, and community partnership programs. And I'm just going to give a little bit of detail about each of these. So free general admission, pretty straightforward. This is unlimited general admission. And I do want to point out this piece that you have in your folders. There's a reason why you have two, one for yourself, and I hope that you will share one with a neighbor, a friend, someone at your grocery store who may not have visited the museum in a while, but it's really a sampling of images from the collection and a little bit of information. We're hoping that getting these out into the world will help entice people, interest people in coming to learn more at the museum. And then in the back is a little coupon for a free button at the museum store. So we have lots of special exhibitions coming up that Salvador will talk about a little bit more. One in particular, our George O'Keeffe exhibition, will be a ticketed exhibition, and one of the benefits of Tri-County Millage is residents get a 30% discount on that exhibition. Our K through 12 school program, so this is free field trips for K through 12 students. Included in the free field trip is the opportunity to have like a curriculum aligned guided experience. They can certainly come and self-guide, as well as some of our educators like to bring their students in and kind of do their own thing. And also included in the school program is free transportation. So if it's a district that needs to use their own buses, we will reimburse that cost. Or if they'd like us to take care of the transportation, we'll do that as well. So it has been many years of us working on this program and trying to break down some of those barriers to getting to the museum. Under the school program, of course, is teacher professional development, and our exhibition and learning resources. And we are also in sort of a second phase of a pilot program to bring a little bit of the DIA into schools. We're working with 3rd through 4th grade, and we're working on that program, refining the program. We've recently been in St. Clair Shores, in Warren, Fitzgerald. Prior to that, we worked with some schools in Ray, and New Haven. And then our senior group program, you should all be hearing from me every month about our Melodies at the Museum program. That is usually the last Thursday of the month, and you are all welcome, of course, to join us and see what that program is all about. It's been very popular and is really an important way for us to meet our goals every year to bring in at least 35 senior groups from Macomb County. Of course, free transportation, and if they're not interested in Melodies at the Museum, we certainly will book them for a museum visit, either docent guided or self-guided. And then our behind-the-scene art talks, that is our in-community offering for senior groups who might want to learn a little bit about the museum and the collection, kind of right closer to where they live, rec centers, libraries, community gathering spaces. And then community partnership programs is the last area of our agreement for services. And that is a suite of programs that includes Partners in Public Art mural program. What you're seeing here are our 2 partners for this year. So we're working with Shelby Township and we're working with Armada. These are not finished murals, these are the renderings. I know Armada paint is on the wall right now. They're working their way through that. And I believe Shelby Township is going to be starting shortly. We'll be hosting, along with the community, like some mural celebrations when they're completed. So look for us. I think we're going to be at the Doggy Splash Bash on September 5th, I think is how we're going to finish off the Shelby Township project. And I believe we're going to be scheduling with the community a celebration at the Armada Fair. That'll be, I think, August 17th through 23rd. So in there. And you'll all receive invitations to that. To participate in this program, it's just a simple application online. It is a rolling application. I think we have 1 community interested for 2027, but the second spot is still up for grabs. So if you have a community that you think might want to be involved in a program like this, send them our way. And then, of course, it is summer, so Inside Out is in full swing. These are the communities that are participating this year. As many of you know, this is a temporary program. It all goes up around Memorial Day and comes down kind of October-ish, and it's where we bring reproductions from the collection to outdoor spaces across all 3 counties. Across the Tri-County area, we have over 250 pieces on display right now. The application to participate in this program is open till August 7th. So again, send your communities to our website. We'd love to talk to them about bringing Inside Out to their neighborhoods in 2027. And then there's other community partnership programs, our community group program in the museum. We work with Care of Southeast Michigan, Macomb County Community Mental Health. That is sort of, we call a deep dive program in our studio. And then also this time of year, drop-in art making at fairs and festivals. So if you went to Sterling Fest, Shelby Township Art Fair, SAT Art Day in Mount Clemens, I believe happened in June, we bring our studio right out into the community to provide a little art experience. And then also around Inside Out, the communities host a lot of events and things to sort of draw attention and get people out and interested and activated with the work. I do want to mention we have one coming up in partnership with Advancing Macomb. That is a week from Friday in Mount Clemens. I think there's going to be a DIA docent to do walking tours, and also as part of the event, Advancing Macomb will be sort of uplifting all of the art installations in Mount Clemens. So something to look forward to. I expect you probably received an invitation to that, but just reinforcing that. And now I'm going to turn it over to Salvador to walk through upcoming exhibitions.
Thank you, Julie. We have great shows coming up in the museum. We'll start this September 13th with Georgia O'Keeffe and Architecture. It is an overview of Georgia O'Keeffe's understanding of architecture from her paintings showing high-rises in New York to the homes that she saw in New Mexico. Really fascinating exhibition. She's the founder of American Modernism, and we've been able to gather almost 40 paintings. This painting that you see on the screen, it is a painting that belongs to the DIA, so we are building the exhibition around our own collection. Moving on, we have in the fall, opening on November 15, the reinstallation of our modern and contemporary galleries. These have been closed for a couple of years. We have changed the floors, the ceilings, we have repainted the walls, and we have created a new navigation for the space, telling new stories on both our modern and contemporary collection. Very, very exciting. This is a large part of the north wing of the museum and allows the DI to create stories that are better connected, more relevant to our audiences today, to the residents of Macomb County, especially since they are basically based on our contemporary collection. We will also be opening our prints and drawings galleries on December 16. These galleries have been closed also for 2 years. We had to do renovation of the galleries and changing of the HVAC system that dated back to the 1960s. So it had like 2 lives. We were buying pieces on eBay when the HVAC system broke down, since the company that made it in the 60s was already out of business. So we had to create or to tailor-made a new HVAC system for the space. And we also had the opportunity to redesign the galleries. They had not been redesigned since the 1980s. So we're excited to provide a new space. And the opening exhibition, it is The Power of Portraits. It's an exhibition drawn from our own collection, showing works that from which we can see people from the 16th, the 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, and 21st century. Very, very exciting show. And then next year in the spring, our big offering is Caravaggio's Models, Friends, Lovers, and Rivals. This is an exhibition that the DI is organizing alone. There is only 60 works by Caravaggio, the great Italian 17th century painter in the world, 50 of which can travel. We are bringing to Detroit someplace between 25 and 30. So very, very exciting. It's a new way to look at Caravaggio's work. Generally, exhibitions on Caravaggio really focus on the stylistic development of the artist, how the paintings chronologically evolved, and the artist as well. What we are doing in this exhibition for the first time is very innovative. We are focusing on the models that Caravaggio used for his paintings, that appear in his paintings, and we're going to tell the stories of those individuals. These were his neighbors, his friends, his enemies, and all these individuals were marginal individuals at the time, become the centerpiece of the narrative of the exhibition. We have amazing loans that have never been in the United States. We are working with the Vatican museums to lend us the very important Deposition of Christ by Caravaggio, the only Caravaggio painting that the Vatican museums own, and it's going to come to Detroit next year, and it will be the first time that this painting is in the United States. So we're very excited about this project. I know there is a lot of residents in Macomb County that have Italian origin, and I think they will be very, very exciting for all of them. And with that, I'm going to stop, and we are open and glad and happy to receive questions, especially your feedback and comments. Thank you.
And a quick live edit to that slide. It opens March 21st, 2027.
Okay, we have some questions. Commissioner Goike.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you for the presentation. One thing we do separates us is arts and culture, so it is something we can be proud of. The complaints that I have are a couple different in my district, which would, I did see the displays for, on the buildings in Armada up in the district and stuff like that. I'm on the Armada Fair Board, and we push to, for you to have to be at that facility. But the complaints, like these special presentations, people have to pay extra money to see that. Is that still the policy?
So most of our exhibitions are free, but when we organize exhibitions like Caravaggio and George O'Keeffe, we have to raise the money for them. And these exhibitions that are special are funded through philanthropy. And what we can do as a benefit to the residents of Macomb County is offer a 30% discount on the ticket.
Okay, because that's the largest complaint that I hear of the constituents is having to pay. They never go there unless there is something like that, and they still have to pay for it. So that's huge. And the other issue is the 10-year, being 10 years on the millage, if that could be dropped back down. So other than that, thank you.
Can I just add one thing? So, just adding on what Salvador said. So we haven't had a paid exhibition since Van Gogh in America in 2022. So a lot of our exhibitions are free with general admission. The Power of Portraits is free with general admission. And then for the George O'Keeffe exhibition, county residents get a discount, and then we'll also be offering 3 free days. So, and I will share.
Tell them to watch for them 3 free days.
Yes, for sure. And I will share that with you, and I'd love, if you can use your communication networks to push that messaging out. There's only so much that we can get out from the museum. So, being here and being able to get the information in your hands and having you push through your networks is helpful. But we will be offering 3 free days for both Caravaggio and for George O'Keeffe.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Commissioner. I don't see any other speakers. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Salvatore. I know we have some of the Art Authority members here. Did they want to say anything? I know they're here. Phil? Okay.
Phil's coming.
Phil's coming.
Commissioner, it's a pleasure to see you for the second day in a row. Delighted still to serve on the Art Authority. The Authority has been exceptionally happy and supportive of the work that the DIA has been doing in concert with communities across our county. We see a lot of value in this work, and we're happy that the Commission continues to support it. And I will look forward to seeing you all at some of the DIA's openings and events in the coming months. Thank you.
Thanks, Phil. Okay, I don't see any other speakers. Thank you, everyone. Please vote.
Motion passes 12-0.
Okay, next is our committee recommendations. These were thoroughly discussed in committee, so we'll get through this as quickly as we can. The first committee recommendations will be the Finance, Audit, and Budget Committee recommendations. I'll take a motion to approve 10A through 10J.
So moved.
Support.
Moved by Haas, supported by Wallace. Any discussion on these items? Seeing none, please vote.
Motion passes 12-0.
Next is Internal Services Committee recommendations. I'll take a motion to approve 11A through 11N.
So moved.
Support.
Moved by Lucido, supported by Wallace. Any discussion on any of these items? Seeing none, please vote.
Motion passes 12-0.
Next is Government Oversight Committee recommendations. I'll take a motion to approve 12A through 12E.
So moved.
Support.
Moved by Haas, supported by Goiki. Any discussion on these items? Seeing none, please vote.
Motion passes 12-0.
Next is Health and Human Services Committee recommendations. I'll take a motion to approve 13A through 13E.
Support.
Moved by Bueno, supported by Lucido. Seeing no discussion, please vote.
Motion passes 12-0.
Next is Public Services Committee recommendations. I'll take a motion to approve 14A through 14F.
So moved.
Support Zinner.
Moved by Kraft, supported by Zinner. I know we had a follow-up on this item. Kyle, did we get that resolved on our end with roads? In regards to item, I believe it was E on this agenda item? The grant agreement.
Oh, and that $10 million about with the public works and stuff, I think it was, and their costs.
He was supposed to have it by today. Was that McKenna?
Could you remind me what you're talking about?
There was something with roads was waiting from MDOT for the clarification on the drain.
Yes, the corrected grant agreement with the proper dollar amount. We did not receive that yet. I know they said they were waiting on MDOT, and I guess Public Works had some figures they needed to get back to MDOT, and then MDOT had to run it back through their process, and then they were going to get it back to us. Scott had said he was hopeful for today, and I have not yet received it.
Chair, can we remove that item?
I think we probably can do an alternative. Crystal, can we amend the motion specifically to that with the follow-up of that document from Public Works?
Yes. We're going to have to do that.
Well, why don't we do this? Why don't we amend, is that just related to E only? Or is that E and F?
It's just related to the actual agreement.
The grant
and then
agreement?
the Dan's excavating contract is associated with that. The $27 million.
It's E, it's F, it's E and F.
E and F. Okay, why don't we do this? Let's make a motion right now, if we can amend the motion for approving 14A through 14D. Let's do those.
So moved.
Support.
By Haw and Romano. Okay, is there any questions on those four? I don't think there is. Okay, please vote on A through D.
Motion passes 12-0.
Crystal, can you give us a motion language on E and F specific to this that we could use? And I'll take a motion specific to that in a moment. So I'll take a motion to approve items E and F, and then we'll just amend that motion so Crystal can help us through this process.
So moved.
Moved by Kraft,
Support.
supported by Wallace. Crystal? Sorry to put you on the floor here
No,
like
it's okay.
this, but
So F, I believe F is not changing at all, but for E, you would be approving the grant agreement as it's expected to read with the updated dollar amounts,
okay.
which we do not have the dollar amounts, right?
So the proper dollar amount is the $38 million that's displayed on the agenda. The grant agreement, which is attached, shows a $48 million amount. So the $38 million is the proper amount. The $48 million is what was anticipated when the project first started. So they started working through that process with what they thought it was going to cost. Then once they got the hard costs back, like the contract from Dan's Excavating and the utility costs and everything, that's where that $38 million cost came from. So that $38 million is correct. It's
Okay.
just that the grant agreement attached doesn't have that dollar amount in it.
Okay. So we can approve it as it's listed for the 38 million, as we have it in our motion language.
Excuse
be
me, where are
acceptable?
we at now?
E and F.
Up 15?
14E,
Okay.
14F.
Thought we already
Yeah,
saw.
so we can approve the 38 if the, in council, I know council's here, I'm putting him on. Would that be acceptable?
You can pass a resolution that's conditioned with the other number.
Okay. All right, then that's what we'll do. Do we have to amend that motion at all? I think we're good, as is then, correct, Kyle? As is?
Yeah, the motion language as written for committee and now is correct with the 38 million.
Okay, so we are good. Motion was made by Kraft, supported by Wallace. Any questions? We have question. Commissioner Goike?
Yeah, if, I remember the clarification, what it's about was the paperwork wasn't back from the Public Works Office because they have to move the drain, and that's what, that $10 million was within that. So that's what we were waiting on, was the approval of them going through that site plan, just so everybody knows what
Correct.
it was.
It was from MDOT and Public Works, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
correct.
that's what just so everybody knows it's not totally confusion.
Yep. Thank you, Commissioner. Any other questions on these two items? Seeing none, please vote.
Motion passes 12-0.
Okay, next is Records and Public Safety Committee recommendations. Motion to approve 15A through
Romano
15J.
approves. A to K.
A through J. We're going to separate.
A through J.
Made by Romano, supported by Kraft. Any discussions on items A through J? See none, please vote.
Motion passes 12-0.
Okay, next is item K. I'll take a motion to approve 15K.
Motion to approve.
Support. Moved by Romano, supported by Perna. Any discussion on this item? Seeing no discussion, please vote.
Motion passes 9-3 with Commissioners Howard, Lucido, and Wallace voting no. Supposed to be no. And Voino voting no. Motion passes 8-4.
Okay, thank you, Becky. Next is ordinances. Ordinance 2026-09, an ordinance amending the old ordinance number 2025-02 fiscal year 2026. This is a comprehensive general appropriations ordinance to amend the budget and appropriations. I need a motion to adopt.
Support.
Moved by Kraft, supported by Howard. Any discussion? Seeing none, please vote.
Motion passes 12-0.
Next is resolutions. We have 4 resolutions. We'll start off with the first 3. Item A is Resolution 2026-15495. This is a resolution approving ballot language for the Macomb County's veteran millage to appear on the November 3rd, 2026 ballot. Second item is a resolution 2026-15648, a resolution approving the 2025 Homeland Security Grant interlocal funding agreements. And item C, which is resolution 2026-15615, a resolution deeming prosecuting attorney positions necessary and fixing salaries for the removal of 1 grant fund chief prosecutor investigator in addition of 1 grant fund chief investigator, increasing the salary, wages, and benefits of 1 general fund chief investigator and 1 grant fund chief investigator under Public Act 329 as amended. Take a motion to adopt 17A through 17C.
So moved.
Moved by Howard.
Support.
Supported by Haw. Any discussion on these 3 items? Please vote.
Thanks, James.
Motion passes 12-0.
Okay, next is item D. This is a resolution 2026-15747, authorizing Macomb County to intervene in proceedings before the Public Service Commission regarding proposed rate increases by DTE Electric Company. I need a motion to adopt.
So moved. Enthusiastic.
Moved by Howard, supported by Goike. Any comments on this item? Seeing none, please vote.
Motion passes 12-0.
Okay, next is items 18. This is items related to the Macomb County Public Transportation Millage. I'll take a motion to adopt 18A. I'm sorry. Motion to adopt 18A and 18C and approve 18B.
So move.
Support.
Moved by Haw and supported by Howard. Any discussion? Commissioner Howard?
I just want to thank the chair for his work on this. When you talk about one of the biggest issues that we have in our county is transportation, I just know how diligently the chair and other commissioners worked on how we can improve transportation, whether it's in Roseville dealing with the shelters, whether it's in Mount Clemens with access, or even in Warren with access. I just want to thank the chair. This is an amazing millage where on the ballot and stuff. So just working and building collaboration and addressing community needs. I just want to thank you for hearing our concerns.
Thank you, Commissioner. Any other comments? Seeing
Have a comment?
none, please vote. Oh,
I'm sorry.
Commissioner Zinner?
I would say in my district, Harrison and St. Clair Shores, there is a need for transportation, and I'm glad we have it for them. Thank you, Chair.
Seeing no other speakers, please vote.
Take a picture.
Motion passes 12-0.
Okay, next is correspondence. A few items here for correspondence to receive and file, 19A through 19E.
Motion to receive and file.
Support.
Moved by Kraft, supported by Romano. Any discussion on these items? Seeing none, please vote.
Motion passes 12-0.
Okay, next is our board office update. I'll take a motion.
Can I ask you a question, please? I did not see the abortion vote that we had previous on the other day.
That was just a receive and file in committee.
Thank you.
Next is board office update. I'll take a motion to receive and file.
So move.
Moved by Haw,
Support.
supported by Wallace. Crystal?
Good afternoon. My report is pretty brief this month, mostly going to talk about You'll Get the Hill. But before I get into that, we will have some staff changes coming up. We're going to head into August with 2 vacancies, which is almost 30% of our staff because we only have 7 or 6.5 with the part-time position. And our office has changed a lot in the duties and workload over the last few years. We haven't had any new positions added in 10 years. This is something the chair and I had been looking at anyway, so we will be meeting with HR soon to determine how to fill those vacancies and how to structure our office to best meet our needs. So we'll keep you updated as we work through that plan. Yoga at the Hill is this Saturday. It starts at 9 a.m. If you are attending, please be there a little early so you can join the chair on stage right at 9 to kick it off. We do have almost 500 registered so far and expect several more in this next day. We cut it off tomorrow night for the pre-registration. The raffle prizes will be announced in between classes at 9:50. If a commissioner's in attendance who donated one of the raffle prizes, you get to announce those yourselves. And thank you to everyone who donated a gift card. I know that the attendees will be really excited about those. The June Hunch Free and social media stats are pretty common to what we see every month. A few reminders at the bottom. If you are attending Saturday, please make sure to pick up a t-shirt from Marwa on your way out today so you can wear that. Please let me know if you plan to go to the MAC conference in September in Traverse City. We do need to get those rooms because they do fill up fast. And the next Older Adult Advisory Committee meeting is this coming Tuesday at 3 p.m. here in the boardroom. They will receive a presentation from the Macomb County Library for the blind and print disabled, and the county does appropriate funds to that organization, so that would be a good one to hear from. The stats on the back are IQ stats. There were spikes in May from You'll Get the Hill, and in June from the boards and commissions. That was, you'll see the top service category. As you know, we had over 30 applicants for the Veterans Affairs Committee, and I think that's just an example of the success of our marketing and social media plan. Nobody can say that we're not getting the word out there. They obviously saw that somewhere, so that's working. We just started advertising for the Substance Use Disorder Oversight Policy Board, so that those interviews and that appointment will come in September. And then at the bottom, since we reached the half-year mark, I included the agenda item count year-to-date, which mostly increased each month, and I'm guessing after the busy week we had, that July will look even higher than June did. But as promised, I was brief, but I'd be happy to talk about anything else or answer any questions anyone has.
Thank you, Crystal. Any questions for Crystal? Okay, good report. Thank you. Please vote, everyone.
Commissioner Romano? Oh, he stepped away. Motion passes 11-0.
Okay, next is public participation. This is the opportunity for public participation for those who would like to speak for a maximum of 3 minutes on any issue.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. My name is Fred Nienstead, resident Clinton Township, 41362 Justin Drive. I'd like to point out a matter of great public concern for me, okay, personally. You see, I have a belief system that centers around this word right here, Jesus. And I believe that socially, there's a construct of trust and respect that's centered on that. Also spiritually, there's a construct that is centered on faith and belief. That is mine. I believe that that is something that is very important for everyone in our community to understand. However, it doesn't mean that everybody has to understand this particular belief system. Some people may want to take that word Jesus out and place in the word truth. I believe in the truth. I think everybody supports the truth. Is that not something that's truly valid for our community to understand and support? But I go to the school district meeting in Chippewa Valley, and I don't see truth presented. The board does not present information that the community needs. Parents have rights. Those rights have to be supported with a transparency from the board. The board is responsible for the things that occur within their district. Everyone may have not heard about the controversy. I'm not going to belabor that. But there is an investigation from the Office of Civil Rights within the Department of Education centered on a girl transitioning to a boy participating in the boys' swim team. It centers on facilities for that person. So respecting the individual is very important. I'm sure that person has a belief system, their own. But how is it that that belief system applies to a girl transitioning to a boy, but not a boy transitioning to a girl? In team sports, that is not legal according to the Supreme Court.
You have 30 seconds.
The support of our community for equal rights is undeniable. Parents have those rights as well. Why is it that parents are denied their right to know? The schools are educating on a very sensitive subject of mental health. I support mental health education, but I don't support lies. Truth comes from transparency, and there is zero out of the Chippewa Valley School District.
Thank
They
you.
are
Your
very
time-
well
Your time
funded.
is up. Thank you.
50% of the taxes collected in Clinton Township go to schools. Thank you.
Anyone else from the public like to speak? Going once, twice. We'll close public participation. Next is our other board and commission updates. Commissioner Wallace.
Alrighty, since Sarah didn't let me talk last time, now it's my time to shine. So like Crystal said, the MAC conference is coming up September 9th through the 11th in Traverse City. I will be passing the reins to the vice president and becoming the immediate past president. So I still get to do a speech if you guys want to hear that, but we will be in Traverse City. Hopefully you all can register. At the NACO meeting, Sarah, it really focused on trust or lack of that our constituents have in government today, and being put on us to truly tell the story, which I've brought up a few times, and the board chair and Crystal have been very gracious in allowing me to just talk more about that and kind of build that up for us as commissioners. So I really do hope that when you get a chance to do your activity in your area, Phil, that you take that opportunity and do the video and let your constituents know what you're doing and what we are doing. I'll continue to call people out. But another thing that people like to see is us collaborating to get things done, and we do that all the time. So I hope it's something that you feel free to talk about more and make it more aware. And the last thing I will talk about is the Operation Greenlight for Veterans. I'm really hoping that we'll be able to do that this year. It's November 4th through November 11th, and we did, just talk about how we can support veterans more. And this is an initiative that is nationwide, and NACO does have a toolkit to help counties participate in this. And it's just those dates we would illuminate green light, and that just shows veterans that we are thinking of them, we are supporting them, and we are here to assist them. And even for us, if you want to put a green light on your front porch or around your home, that is something that we can do just to show our appreciation, our support, like I said. But I would be more than happy to give more information about that, and hopefully that's something that we can be a part of as a county. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you for attending, you and Sarah, both of you attending the conference in New Orleans. And it was a little hot down there, but Commissioner Zinner.
Thank you, Chair. I was at the Base Community Council yesterday, and there were two previous American soldiers. They're not American soldiers now, but they're part of a company, the representatives, called, the name of the company is Omega Aerial Refueling Services Incorporated. And the company refuels airplanes in the air, of course, and they have that company has a contract with the War Department and all of our military here. They have a contract with us, but they also refuel planes anywhere in the world, all over the world. There is another company that is similar to them, but they go around the world for our planes, and someone else might hire them to do a job, as long as they are free to do that. And they also work with refueling planes that are fighting forest fires, major fires. so that they can stay in the air and still refuel them to stay up there. So it was a very interesting dialogue, and they were, as had been American soldiers, it was really important to them to work for our country, for our military, of course. And it was really, really interesting. And they can refuel any aircraft that we need around the world. Really, really something. Very interesting. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Commissioner Lucido.
Thank you, Chair. I just wanted to mention that when Antoinette and I were, Commissioner Wallace and I were in NACO, that we had the honor and the privilege to accept an award on behalf of our Public Works Department. They won an award for county resiliency, infrastructure, and energy sustainability for their automated chlorine monitoring sewer overflows. And this award is very prestigious. Hundreds and hundreds of applicants every year apply for these awards. And so for us to receive this honor was a great privilege. And we had the honor yesterday to go and present it to Commissioner Miller and her team. And it was just, it's amazing the work that they do over at our Public Works. And I really wanted to give them a shout out because they are doing a phenomenal job. And they are really helping improve our water quality across the whole state of Michigan. I mean, really, it all affects, it's all connected, so they're doing a great job, so thank you.
Commissioner Romano.
Thank you, Chair. Sterling Fest started today, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and everybody knows who the slogger is in the Great White, I'm sure. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Those are
I always come up with
bands.
these
Just
names.
those are bands, everybody.
Thank you. Those are bands that are,
Who's fishing in Sterling Heights?
I don't know. Anyway, that's on Saturday's venue, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it's a great time. Come on down, say hello. If you come down during, before the bands start, I'll get you a spot up on the stage so you can be recognized. That's all I have. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. And it is Shark Week too, Commissioner, just to be clear, so we covered both of those bases there. All right, seeing no other board or commission updates, we'll go to commissioner comments. Any commissioner comments? Commissioner Wallace?
Nope, that was up from last time.
Okay, we flipping here. Okay, any commissioner comments?
Zinner.
It's not coming up on my screen, so.
Zinner has one.
Commissioner Goike?
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'd like to bring a comment up about, it was brought up the other day about when we're talking about the roadkill stuff. And then today, it came to me, and then Kyle and I were talking and stuff. I think that maybe we should be working with the executive office on the subject of a one-call stop for a lot of constituents for complaints on stuff. Usually, when they get a call, they find out that it's they're calling for our commissioner's office, and it's actually something in Public Works, or they're calling if maybe something through working with the executive office and ourselves, and we can come up with one county phone number with a director to be on the phone and to talk to the person that their department they're calling to explain. Because we have a lot of elderly people in our community, and it's mass confusion on when they just give them a phone number, and it's like, wait a minute, I called the county. They don't realize of all the different departments, and if we could make it work on something that would, I think, help all of our constituents out, so that if, it would be go to the Department of Roads or the Animal Control, all the different avenues that we have, or Veterans Affairs, they just think, call the county. If we can have work on something that a director would be able to, handle the call and call that department up for them at that time and talk to a person so that they don't have to say, oh, you got to go online and stuff like that. So I think that's something that we should be able to start working on. Thank you.
Good idea.
Thank you. Commissioner Howard?
It's a good idea.
I think that's a great idea, really great idea. I just wanted to, we had this heat wave, a lot of crazy weather over the past 2 weeks. And one of the issues that we did not have, praise God, was flooding on Mound Road, nor when road crews go out there and they do road repairs. Sometimes when we have extreme heat, that road repair melts. We had zero issues on Mound Road because of the amazing job that our county did. And it just dawned on me as I was driving. I was prepared in my heart to like deal with road problems, and I got on Mountain Road and had zero issues. So I just wanted to, Brian wasn't here this week during the committee, so I just want to acknowledge the work that his team has done, not just on Mountain, but working with Oakland County as we are working on DeQuinder, and it's meeting residents' needs. Not a single complaint from somebody that lives south of 696 has come up about construction or the traffic delays or anything that construction has caused, because it is literally saving us thousands of dollars a year by having that road fixed. So I just wanted to thank Brian, even though he's not here and wasn't here this week. So praise God, we got that done. Thank you, Chair.
Commissioner Zinner?
Thank you, Chair. I've been wanting to bring this up, so I'm going to. I talked with the board in Harrison the other day. I've been trying to figure out why the schools are at 46 in Michigan out of 50. And I was at a shower, and I was sitting at a table with some teachers. I didn't know them. And we started talking, they were talking about different things with teacher things and this and that and that. And I'm listening and I'm thinking some of the things they were saying I didn't understand. And I've been in schools for a long time because my kids were different ages. And I asked them about some things, and they started looking at me and they started answering. And then I said, well, what's the real problem? And this one lady looked at me and she just blurted out and she said, parents are not parenting, or some parents are not parenting. And then they explained more, because I had more questions, and they said each class, now this isn't every class, this isn't every school, but it's, again, 46% of Michigan is at 50, we're at 50, so just about 50. So they said, all of them said that there were 4 children in every class that have no idea how to behave, listen. The wording is outrageous. They can only get through they can't even get through one lesson plan in a day. There were 4 teachers there. And I looked at all of them, they said, yes, that's the way it is. They can send a child to a principal's office, and the child comes back. There's no help for this. So the teachers are handcuffed. And then I went to another gathering, and there were 2 more teachers. One was totally unrelated districts. One was a 40-year teacher, and one is a 10-year teacher. And I asked them the same 2 questions, and they said, you're absolutely right. There are 4 kids, and we can't get through a lesson plan. And so I mentioned this to my girlfriend, and she says, well, you have to go to the school districts. And I said, well, why would I go to the school districts? I said, they're the ones that are in charge. This is who's in charge of our kids. And again, there are some schools that run well. I know of them. But our children are not being educated. And some of these children really need education. So what's going to be happening to them, and what's going to be happening in our future, and as Christians and as electeds, don't we have a calling to somehow try to solve this problem, at least as Christians? We have to take care of our children. And I didn't know Fred was going to be here today, but I mean, these people are coming because they're seeing these terrible things that are happening to our children. I said, how do the children do that? Don't act like this. And then they explain some of the situations. But I mean, I'm asking for help because we need help for our children and our society, is what I'm saying. It's for the children. Thank you very much.
Okay, seeing no other speakers, I just got a few items here. It's just a few shout outs. Do want to congratulate Public Works, the prosecutor, and IT for all their NACO awards. So well done to all those departments. Also, as you all know, we've got a couple people that are leaving us here in our staff, so we want to wish Adriana and Marwa off. They've got some stuff that we'll be giving them, so best wishes to them for their next endeavors. You know, in this role, I get to spend more time with our employees, so Adriana will laugh about this one, but one just short story. We meet weekly, and we were talking about childhood toys, and lo and behold, I found out what Adriana's favorite childhood toy was, because my wife had the exact same toy, and my son recently was in photography for high school and took a picture, and that's how the whole story started. But anyways, it was just a funny meeting, listening to everyone talk about their childhood favorite toys. So anyways, that being said.
What was the toy?
It was I don't even know the name of the doll. Crystal knows probably. Adriana probably ran because she doesn't want any attention here. So, but you can ask Adriana directly. She'll tell you what her favorite toy was.
Thank you.
And she'll get a laugh out of that one. But that being said, we want to wish them both the best. So we'll end commissioner comments. Next is closed session. Closed session to discuss confidential attorney-client privilege memorandum from independent counsel dated July 21st, 2026. I need a motion to enter into closed session. Moved by Grout, supported by Wallace. Please vote.
Commissioner Romano, the system.
Commissioner Romano, did your vote go through?
Oh, I'm sorry. I said yes and didn't push the
Motion
button.
passes 12-0.
All right, we are back in session. Next item is 25. These are items waived by Records of Public Safety.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion to postpone items A and B to the August 13th, 2026 full board meeting.
Support.
Okay, we got a motion on the floor by Kraft, supported by Howard, to postpone these two items to August 13th, 2026 full board. Any discussion? Seeing none, please vote.
Commissioner Kraft and Lucido, I didn't receive your votes. Oh,
Yes.
You do need to get slapped, man.
motion passes 11-0.
Okay. Next is 26. This is Records and Public Safety Committee recommendations. This is Resolution 2026-15738, a resolution to deny the executive's request for a budget amendment to decrease the prosecutor's personnel budget by one part-time prosecutor. I need a motion to adopt.
Motion to adopt.
Support.
Motion made by Romano, supported by Bueno. Any discussion on this item? Seeing none, please vote.
Motion passes 11-0.
Next is
Motion to adjourn.
support. Motion made by Romano and supported by Wallace. Please vote.
Oh, Lord.
We are done.
Good meeting, guys. Good meeting.
Motion passes.